Jina ya Wasongiro. Anasema Kisamburu nasema brown water. Ambayo Waso walikuwa maji mingi wakati wote. Hiyo ni kumaanisha kwamba zamani Waso walikuwa na maji mingi. Wakati wote walikuwa ni maji impia.
Wasonyiro ni wa maana sana kwa watu ambaye tunaishi kando na Wasonyiro, kwa sababu bila Wasonyiro hatuwezi ishi, na hatuwezi ishi bila hiyo maji ya Wasonyiro.
In the vast and arid lands of northern Kenya, the Ewasonyiro River once flowed with steady grace, nourishing people, livestock, and the delicate ecosystems of Isiolo County.
Wasoduri gaf borani wa shamba mben faidan gudoni ninu qab bisan ufani galani bolu dibin qabu lafa fajani mariba markan hurin tikat.
Among the pastoral communities of Merti, Biliko, and Sericho, this river was more than just water. It was a lifeline, a thread tying together culture, economy, and survival.
Tangu nimezaliwa nimekuta Wasonyiro ikiwa na maji ya kutosha, na hii Wasonyiro imetusaidia sana kwa njia mingi sana, kwa sababu sisi ni wafugaji. Hii wafugaji imetusaidia hata kwa wildlife, wanyama wa pori tulikuwa na nyingi sana huko, wanyama ziko za kutosha, lakini hii Wasonyiro siku hizi iko mabadiliko, imechange course.
Over the years, upstream diversions, excessive water obstruction, and catchment degradation have reduced flow to the lower reaches, crippling livelihoods in Sericho and beyond.
Na sisi wakaaji wa Merti huko chini, kama hakuna Wasonyiro ni kuhama tu, hakuna kitu kingine tunaweza fanya bila hiyo maji ya Wasonyiro, kwa sababu hata ardhi yetu ikichimbwa maji inakuwa chumvi. Kwa hivyo Wasonyiro kama hakuna, hata sisi watu ya huko tujui tutahama wapi, kwa sababu kila mahali iko na watu wake. Kwa hivyo sisi tuko na shida sana kama Wasonyiro hii itakosekana.
Flash floods now follow prolonged dry spells, disruptive, destructive, and displacing. The river is not only drying, it is shifting, flooding unpredictably, and leaving entire communities vulnerable and uncertain.
Galani kunini karaduri kes adaduri karaduri gujir kunini uninjir. Akin uninjir galani duri chafa urate armaye basambe malka galad fe basambe achi chafa urate.
Kiwezekana irudishwe kwa kosi yake kwa ile njia yake ya kawaida, ili hapo mbeleni Wasonyiro ikitembea inatusaidia mambo mingi. Recharge ya borehole yetu yote ni hiyo laga. Saa hii recharge ya shallow wells yote ni hiyo laga. Sasa Wasonyiro ikitoka kwa direction yake lazima itatu affect kwa kupata maji. Recharge ya kisima yote itaenda nini, water table ya maji itaenda chini, tutapata shida.
The river now has become nomadic. So some of the areas which used to get water on the lower side of the river, like the Dechpasa, like Corbesa, they are not seeing water now. And some of those communities actually had to move from different places, because when it rains much, then most of the areas become flooded. But now, some of those communities are not even getting water. Some communities are perpetually being flooded by the water during the rainy season. Like the area in Gafasa, like Iresaboru, a community of about 1,000 households had to relocate from where they have been for the last 60 years. Just imagine all the memories, all the investments people have had, schools, dispensaries, mosques, all those memories are no more. In the last 2 years, they are now struggling to have a new life in a new place.
Wakati tulianza kuhama, tulianza maisha mapya. Sasa ni kama from zero. Tulianza from zero maisha tena. Tulisema tuwezi survive hivi, tukakuja pamoja kama Manyata. Tulisema ni wapi ndio inatufaa, tukaanza kuhama.
As the land rise, another threat has taken root. Prosopis, an invasive species once introduced with the best of intentions. Today, it spreads aggressively through Merti, claiming grazing lands, poisoning soils, drying water points, and forcing families to abandon their homes.
Tumekuwa na mabadiliko ya kuwa na miti ambaye haikuwa ya kawaida, hii ambaye tunaita madenge. Hii madenge imeanza kumea sehemu ya malisho na pia sehemu ya kijiji. Sehemu ya malisho ambaye inaingiliwa na hiyo miti huwa inaharibika kabisa, kwa sababu miti hiyo inaingilia chini kabisa, inabeba maji kutoka chini kabisa mpaka miti ingine ambayo huwa inamea juu kama shrubs, yote inapotea kwa sababu maji imepotea huko chini.
Reversing the Flow is a 5-year global initiative focused on water security, climate adaptation, and locally led solutions.
For this project, localization is giving power directly to the communities to implement their own practice by themselves. So under this program, we have 1 million euro, and 1 million euro, 70% will go to the community for them to do direct implementation on the ground. So under this inception phase of the program, we did community inceptions, gather all the information that is required from the communities, prioritization and all this. So we'll give now the funds directly to community structures, and they will identify who to be given and to implement on behalf of the community, and to see how they will implement what is in their priorities.
The mapping of degraded areas and capturing oral histories and experiences from residents, participants capture key issues affecting their landscape.
This project is called Reversing the Flow. It's being funded by the Netherlands government. This is an opportunity, and not looking at the whole of the landscape is a big challenge. So what we have done is we have looked at the landscape from Barambate on south side to on the other side Biliko Marara, all the way up to Bassa in north, and all the way up to Gubatu in south. These are communities living along the river.
In Merti, Biliko, and Sericho, community members worked together through structured meetings facilitated by the Merti Integrated Development Programme. The sessions were not just discussions. They acted as spaces of empowerment, where elders, women, and youth analyzed their landscape, identified their risks, and co-created solutions.
What stood out to me was the communities understanding the really flow of the Wasonyiro River, how it has been, and exactly where the river started to change its course, leaving so many villages downstream having no water access, the river drying, including even the Lorian swamp currently being dry, doesn't have water, but the river has diverted its direction to the north. This clearly shows the community is able really to visualize and understand what is happening in their area and what really needs to be done collectively as a community together.
There are 29 communities. Depending on, some have bigger population, others small population. But we had an opportunity of having a conversation with them as part of our baseline for this project. We had 81 sessions with these communities. Each of the 29 communities, we had 3 sessions with them.
We generally use Baraza approach, where we use local leaders area chief to mobilize for us the entire population. And we had a sitting under tree without any cost for the communities, everyone to get opportunity to give their views in the entire processes.
The process culminated in something powerful: the democratic election of local landscape restoration representatives, trusted individuals from each community who will lead action, ensure accountability, and coordinate with partners.
The areas that they have prioritized, like community land registration, the issue of Madinga Manes, the issue of flood control, is something that is very beneficial, and this is a real issue that if it can be addressed, it can solve the problem.
Coming years, 10 years, 5 years to come, things will be hard for this community unless things need to be done to change the river into the direct course. Unless these challenges are solved, life will not be the same in the coming years. And we appreciate MIDP and the donor for organizing such important forum of bringing stakeholders from different locations so that they come together, exchange their views, and come out with homegrown solutions that's affecting their livelihoods now and hereafter.
Ile nimenifurahisha kwa hii warsha sasa, nikaona wanawake wamekuwa well represented kwa kila mahali na wanaendelea kuongoza jamii vile inatakikana. Na vile discussion ikaendelea, vile participation inaenda, nikaona wakina mama wako mbele kabisa.
These are not just stories of loss, they are stories of resolve. And that resolve is turning into action. Action that is community-led, inclusive, and rooted in local knowledge.
The other Borans, the ones from Marsabit, Moyale, even the ones from Ethiopia, they call us Waso Boran. So our identity is tied to the river. So if this river ceases to be, if this river, will not be able to sustain life, then we lose the attachment and we will even lose our identity. So that is why this river, for us, those on the lower side, this river is critical. It's part of our memory.